Fight Club 25, we in here, man. Joseph Parker versus Andy Ruiz Jr., man. There's a lot of controversy, a lot of nonsense being spewed by a lot of people in the boxing community, man. It's really getting ugly. People are going as far as to call this fight a robbery. There's a guy, what made me decide to do this video, man, the president of the New Zealand Boxing Association, his name is Tony Revill. He came out and said that it was Andy Ruiz Jr. was robbed. New Zealand doesn't have a real heavyweight champion. Like, man, to come out and say something like that is really disgusting. I mean, that's really disgusting, man. All the hard work that Joseph Parker has put in throughout the years and has came this far and did just enough to edge that win over Andy Ruiz Jr. And, you know, you spit this kind of venom at him. It's disgusting, man. Tony Revill was a boxer coming out of New Zealand at one time. He became a promoter, and now he's the president of the New Zealand Boxing Association, man. I think it's some bitterness, maybe because Joseph Parker went with Duco Events instead of his promotional company. Maybe it's some bitterness because he never got a world title when he was boxing. Who knows what this is really about, man? But it stinks. And I meant to make a video about this, a second video about this fight, man, for a little minute now. I didn't have time, but I felt it was time to do this video. For the people who say that they saw a draw, I can understand that. I can understand your argument. I do not agree, but I can understand that. But to those who say Andy Ruiz Jr. was robbed, it's nonsense, man. See, I think a lot of people saw the raw footage of the fight without the replays in between rounds, without the commentary. They just saw the raw footage. Like me, myself, I watched this fight 5 o'clock in the morning here in America on Box Nation, man. So I got to see the replays in between rounds, the British commentary. I don't think the British commentators would be biased to Joseph Parker. They felt Joseph Parker did enough to edge it. Even Dan Raphael of ESPN, he said that the judges did a great job scoring the fight. So I don't understand, man. I saw exactly what happened in that fight. Andy Ruiz Jr. took like the first 3 rounds or so. He was pressing the action. He was aggressive. He was doing everything I thought he would do, man. Coming in on the inside and troubling Joseph Parker. Midway through the fight, Andy Ruiz Jr., his work rate slowed down immensely. Joseph Parker started outlanding him, man, using the jab. He was circling. He was textbook 101, man. He was boxing. He was boxing. People don't like the fact that he won the fight in that manner, you know, using his jab, but why wouldn't you? I mean, you know, I know some people want to see a brawl, they want to see a slugfest, but Joseph Parker made his adjustments. He utilized his jab and he outpointed Andy Ruiz Jr. I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. He outpointed him, man, and it was very, very close. 2 of the judges had it a draw, and the other judge ruled in favor of Joseph Parker, man. And I think it was great scoring as well. It was a very close fight. If Andy Ruiz Jr. would have pressed the action more midway, if Abel Sanchez would have, if there would have been some type of concern in his corner, man, as far as his work rate, maybe it would have went the other way. Maybe it would have went the other way. But it did not happen, man. It did not happen. And Joseph Parker is the WBO World Heavyweight Champion, man. And all of this controversy, it just doesn't make any sense, man. It really doesn't make any sense. You know, people going as far as to call this a robbery, man. You don't know what you like. You don't know what you're talking about. Like I said, the people who says that the people who feel that the fight was a draw, I can understand your argument. But to go as far as to scream robbery, like, people should just shut up, man. Like, get another hobby, go watch the WWE or go watch UFC or something like that, man, because just ignorant statements made in the sport of boxing, man. It gets so frustrating, hearing this stuff, man. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. This dude, Tony Revill, he's a hater. He's bitter, man, for whatever reason. Joseph Parker is the WBO champion of the world, man. So we'll see what's next with Joseph Parker, man. That's it. Fight Club 25. Subscribe.